A little secret safe with me. Oh, 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 little secret. You and me for just one night. So please, baby, let's do it right. Oh, oh, I'm gonna keep it. And I know your lips still tight, but not tighter than the grip that I feel tonight. So from a step in the place, you say, oh, me no text, you say, oh, me no call you. Say me just a go on like me no bother want you. Baby no go on with the one bag of drama. You know say me nah give me love to another. See it say you vex and you want big fight. Babes are the sex so me want ignite. Maybe we argue after round 5 and see if you feel the same way inside. If I want you pre don't bother me, cause stress and pain is a bad habit. First to the face here the voice and you don't know say a kogency for the kogency reacts channel. And I told you that we're going to switch up how we're doing these reactions like a bit. You understand? It's been a while since we bring back red pill kogency, you know. You understand? I even have on the ballet and everything. Cause you know, different video, different personality, everything. Even though I've been using the ballet for most of my drill reactions nowadays. I just like it. You know, it just give me a vibe, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like a different person. You know what I'm saying? So today, we'll have the It's Complicated channel. I love this channel. I watch so much of it in my free time. It's like I couldn't even find videos to react to because I watch most of them on my free time already. You know what I mean? But today, we'll have toxic masculinity. The topic of toxic masculinity and what's going on. Rules of modern dating and understanding women is complicated. Now, we already know, you know, public street interviews, you get a lot of different opinions. So I just want to jump in and see what's going on over on that side in America. You know what I mean? Cause over here in Jamaica, yeah, we are heavily influenced by Americans nowadays, especially the younger crowd with social media and stuff. So, you know, it's interesting to see. So let's jump into it. Hit the like button, jump in the comments, and subscribe. Subscribe to me. You at 4.8k subs. We need 200 more to hit 5k and make it a live k. And I don't know, let's jump into the dive. Alright, sorry. I was trying to make it right, bro, but you know, let's just jump into the video. The opinions captured do not reflect the views of the creators. Alright, bro.
What is the difference between masculine and feminine energy?
One thing I try to do is I try to give my own thoughts before they give their, because I don't want them influence my answer. So, masculine energy, I would say, harsh, assertive, dominant, logical, organizing, you know. So like that, like harsh, logical, stern, you know, but assertive and, what would I call it? You know how like army people are? That's what I think of when I think of masculine energy. Like, strict, all right? And then feminine, I would say, loving, nurturing, caring, that soft side, that, you know, that empathy, empathetic. You understand? That's what I would say.
I feel like feminine energy is like, just, you know, it relates back to like, I feel like old times, like womanish roles and like the feminine energy that go along with that. Like men should, in my opinion.
But it don't have to go back to old times. It still can be put in today's times as well.
Men should open the door, and just like feminine energy and masculine energy is more of like.
What feminine energy is men should open the door? That's not a good answer, baby girl. Well, I can't judge your answer because maybe somebody is like, kogency, your answer is shit. Alright, sorry.
Not in control, but just like the...
In control. That's one of the things I wanted to say. Control.
Leader of the relationship,
Leader.
in my opinion. So.
I would say bravado. It's like taking leadership in a role, being in charge of situations.
Yeah.
And then feminine energy, I would say it's more like, not entirely, but being more submissive, being led.
Not quite aggressive, but more like go-gettery. Whereas feminine energy tends
Yes, she wants to say aggressive. Yes, it's aggressive.
to always be seen as a more caretakery.
I don't know, I feel like super safe and a little bit more like Yeah, I feel safer
confident,
around masculinity.
masculine energy.
Femininity is more like happy.
We're happier.
Does a man have to be masculine in order to
Are you really? Are you really though? Especially the modern woman, are you really happier? Let's see.
attract a woman?
We're happier.
Does a man have to be masculine in order to attract a woman?
Yes.
For me, yes.
Then yes.
Does a woman need to be feminine in order to attract a man?
Yes.
Yes, for me, yes.
Do you think women are more attracted to masculine or feminine men?
I believe more masculine.
You just feel safe.
I feel
like,
safe.
honestly, and it's just hot.
It's hot.
Definitely more attracted
There you go, bro. You don't have to hear anything else.
to the masculine.
What do you think women find attractive about a man in touch with his masculinity?
He's in control. He knows himself, confident, don't take no shit. You know, stand up on him 2 feet. You know what else? Yeah, you can't bully him mentally, physically, verbally, any type of alley. You know what I'm saying? You're just not gonna get it. You're not gonna get there with him, you know?
How confident he can be, how sure he is of himself. He can lead her. Go back to being what I said, leading her in a certain direction, taking charge of certain situations, being protective. You know, it's that whole protect, provide nature.
That he's able to like care for me and like protect me when we're out in public.
He's a provider. He can take care of me. Also put in that assertiveness. That's what I like about the masculine energy.
And what's attractive about a man in touch with his femininity?
I feel like they're less likely to see things like me being a breadwinner more as a threat, and they're more likely to see it as like a positive thing and celebrate my success.
It depends what you're doing to win the bread, though. If it's only fans, then come on, don't do that. But, and then if it also depends what you're doing to win the bread, 'cause if you're taking all your time away from the relationship, then obviously they're gonna have a problem with that. But I get what she means, though.
I think since it's like so looked down upon, it's like cool to see
That girl is scary.
guys who are in touch with such like feminine parts about themselves.
Why is that?
I don't know, because you just don't see it as an everyday thing. So once you see it, it's just like, okay, you know, he's not scared to go out of his comfort zone for something that's not normalized in this social society.
I would rather my man be a little bit more feminine or sensitive in that tone. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like to use feminine and masculine because I just feel like people should just be who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you go to these anime conventions, you're gonna get a lot of those, bro. A lot of those fluidity. You know what I'm saying? Gender fluid answers, bro. You have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? But I have to be careful because if I say the wrong thing, YouTube is coming for me.
If you're soft, if you're gentle, if you're loving, then it is what it is. And if you go by rough love or tough love or anything, I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody's out there with tough skin for you.
At what point does masculinity become toxic masculinity?
If they're too demanding,
Arrogant.
overwhelming,
Yeah.
egotistical.
I like those girls' answers though. They haven't said anything that I disagree with so far. Like, yeah, when you go too overboard and if somebody doesn't want the leadership and doesn't want your opinion, they don't want to hear what you have to say. They don't want you to be around them trying to control them, but you're still doing it. That's when, to me, it gets quote unquote toxic or too much. But for the most part, it's alright.
I feel like when they're taking over the relationship and it's like unbalanced energy, that's what it is for me.
Yeah, for sure. When it becomes unbalanced and they use that masculine energy as power over you and they become controlling.
I feel like it's when they let that masculinity become their only personality trait and they almost feel disgusted with doing anything that may be considered more feminine.
If men had the space to really be themselves and not be pressured into thinking that they're gay or soft or, you know, whatever it may be, you know, I feel like if we didn't have that.
I know I shouldn't say this in a doubt, but like, that gap though.
Type of like.
Now, don't get me wrong, you know, I had a gap growing up, you know. But still, like, oh my God.
Thought about men being like gay or anything, then men would be more softer, they would be more in tune with their feelings, and they would be just, I don't know, just better people.
Do you think
But she don't understand that most of the people that shame men for being in their feelings is women. She don't even know that.
Toxic masculinity is more likely to come from an alpha or beta male.
Alpha.
I think it can come from both, honestly. Maybe probably a beta. Maybe an alpha. I don't know exactly. I don't know.
What is
Yeah, maybe because maybe the beta is trying to overcompensate for some of his insecurities, and maybe the alpha is just being a dickhead.
the difference between alpha and beta males?
I think alpha is someone who would kind of be considered a leader. And I think a lot of the time that carries like a bad rep, but I don't personally think that it is. So
Can toxic masculinity exist without toxic femininity?
No, they go hand in hand.
So then why don't we just call it toxic behavior?
Ooh,
It
that's
is.
a good one. It's definitely it's just toxic behavior on both halves.
What does toxic femininity look like?
you girls know. You know what you do. I'm just saying. You know, there's like, girls know what they're doing. Like, if you ever think that a girl is innocent, you're probably wrong. Like, she knows what she's doing.
Bitchiness, for sure.
For sure.
So then why are there some women who are proud of being bitches?
I have no idea.
I would say I kind of am one of those girls.
So you're toxically feminine.
Yeah, we're
I'd
toxic.
say it's definitely helped me in the world. I'd say I used to let men walk all over me, and now being a bitch to men has definitely helped me like put them in their place and be able to show them that like I am an equal partner, you know?
Why would you have to be a
Yeah, like why would you have to be a bitch to show them that you're an equal partner? Wouldn't you just state your views and state where you stand and how you want things to be without having to be, you know, disrespectful or bitchy? Or is that the only way you can get your point across?
bitch in order to show men that you're an equal partner? Like,
I guess it's the type of men that I go for.
well, I'm saying, isn't there a difference
Okay.
between like having healthy boundaries and just having a bad attitude?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's definitely a difference for sure.
For me, bitchiness is more about being assertive.
Yeah.
Why is there so much media attention exposing the flawed nature and behavior of men, but not also the flawed nature and behavior of women?
Because in this day of age, women like to be victims. I am a strong believer in that, and I feel bad for a lot of guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's all about like how you talk to any girl and she'll say her ex is a narcissist. Like, not every guy walking this earth is a narcissist. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Yeah, they love. There's like what they call it, buzzwords. They love to throw around certain buzzwords, bro. Narcissist, toxic, misogynist. You know what I'm saying? There's certain buzzwords that they just love to throw around. And a lot of them don't even know what it means.
Even that.
I would say maybe that has to do with the algorithm in your phone or what you're searching up or what they promote to you. Like, when I go on my YouTube, I see a lot of that. A lot of downplaying men, a lot of downplaying what we do or what we provide, a lot of trying to uplift women. Not to say that they shouldn't be uplifted, but it's kind of, to me, it's a matter of why are we bringing men down and not uplifting men just like we're uplifting women.
Are women more attracted
Because in today's society, they want you to think that men don't matter.
to nice guys or bad boys?
Bad boys.
Bad boys.
Than women.
Are women more attracted to nice guys or bad boys?
Bad boys.
Bad
Bad
boys.
boys. Bad boys.
Bad boys.
So then why should men care about what women want?
They shouldn't,
They
but it's just
shouldn't.
like women care about what men want. Like we do. No one should
No, you don't. No, they don't.
care, but we do. It's just human nature.
Men need women, women need men.
If men and women needed each other, why do gay people exist?
Okay, aside from that.
Okay,
we're
yeah.
talking
Apart
straight
from that,
Why do women complain about toxic masculinity when women enable that behavior by choosing to date bad boys?
Oh,
All right.
Again, victimizing themselves. You guys just love being the victim.
I couldn't
So she's getting it right. She's getting it right. I can't even talk. I haven't even had to say anything.
even say, man. Like, you guys are perpetuating that stuff, you know? Like, you choose to be with this guy that's gonna fuck on other females, excuse my language, or go do some other stuff behind your backs, be cheating on you and stuff. Then you got the nice guy over here, and you don't give him no opportunity, and then eventually that turns him into that. Now he's looking at it like, all right, for me to even compete, I gotta treat you like that.
Women
Facts. From first-hand experience, facts. You literally have to change your behavior, and then you realize, like, oh, So this is what you want. But now that I'm already doing this, the options are here. And I don't look at you like how I looked at you before. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to treat you like how I wanted to treat you before. But you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I don't want to say they're creating the toxic masculine men, because I don't want it to sound like I'm blaming someone else for, men behavior. But still, men are really logical driven. They're like, what do I need to do to get this? I'm like, oh, I need to act like this, do these things, say these things, and do all of these things to get this. Well, I'm going to do it. So in a way, if we realize that this toxic behavior is what gets the best results, we're going to exhibit the toxic behavior.
Women often are really, really insecure. Women often are really, really insecure.
Facts.
We like to project our insecurities. So a lot of the time, the loudest and proudest girl out there is definitely the one that has, some mental issues and insecurities. That's what I'd say.
Why is it when a woman doesn't have a man, she often has to take on a masculine role, but when a man doesn't have a woman, he doesn't necessarily have to take on a feminine role?
Ooh. That's too good a question for me to answer personally.
I just think women are more apt to be more manly
and independent.
It's okay for a woman to be more manly than it is for a man to be feminine.
Yeah.
I think.
Not really. It's just in society, people don't tell women, the truth. So they'll tell her that, oh, it's okay, girl. You can be masculine and assertive and aggressive, but we see it, bro. They don't get the results that they want. They don't. So stop telling them to do that. It's not really acceptable. It's just that in society today, nobody really goes, especially social media, nobody really tells women the truth. But nowadays, a lot of the manosphere and the MGTOW movements, they go and find these women and tell them the truth. But it's just an argument, you know what I'm saying? Because the aggressive, assertive women don't want to hear that. And then the men, from day one, they're trying to tell you that it's not working, but you just don't want to listen. So, I just think those women just don't want to change their behaviors. That's why it's more acceptable.
I just feel like people think that, even though it shouldn't be true.
That's a normal thing for us, is to go through hardships, to earn your scars and to earn your pain. And then from that, you become the man that you are. And then with women, it's not necessarily the same thing. You can be independent and then work on yourself and stuff, but you usually develop, again, those same scars. And then that puts a coating on you. And then that makes it more difficult when you try and get into a relationship, because now you feel like you have to do this stuff for yourself instead of being able to let the person you'll be with do it for you.
When a woman doesn't have a man to take care of her and provide for her, she has to do it for herself, and that's considered being more masculine.
Well, wouldn't that prove that masculinity is...
Not necessarily. That's just being an adult. If you leave your parents' house and you're not married and you're not with a roommate and you're going to have to do it on your own unless your parents can help you. So I wouldn't say that's necessarily masculine. It's the behavioral traits that you pick up and then you decide to live in these types of behaviors. That's what becomes the masculine part. But I know a lot of feminine women that, pay for their own stuff and go to work and have their own things.
Is more essential for survival than femininity? Well, wouldn't that prove that masculinity is more essential for survival than femininity?
Fact.
Ooh, fuck. I had never thought about that, so it's all right.
And if that's true, why is masculinity seen as toxic?
Masculinity is vital for society to continue existing.
Wouldn't that mean that the man couldn't survive without the woman, though? Because, we could do the man and woman part, but a man could only do the man part.
Well, right, but I'm just saying the man doesn't necessarily have to take on a more feminine role because he can survive doing the man part and just stay that way.
They could survive, but they're not doing too well. They're not doing too hot.
Who's not doing too well?
Have you seen a single man's apartment? Yeah. I have many times.
That's been the same way since caveman. Have you seen a single man's cave? It's probably messy, bro. Have you seen a single man's shack? Same thing. A single man's RV? Same thing. It's just me in here. Why am I gonna clean it up? I don't mind. Leave me alone.
Doing too well. They're not doing too hot. Have you seen a single man's apartment? Yeah. I have many times.
men are, well,
Many
it's a fact,
times.
it's a known fact, men are physically more capable than women. They are stronger. So I think some of the roles that come not only in dating but also marriage, like things that happen around the house, you know, the toilet breaks, I'm not fixing it. Like, I hope a man does. No offense. I will definitely do the cleaning because that's just,
Fact.
I don't know. You're probably asking the wrong person about that.
No, but she gave the right answers though. I like her answers.
Why do women often attack a man's masculinity when they don't get what they want?
I think that's an insecurity thing. Like, all right, you're not gonna bend to my will, or I'm gonna attack this about you. But I feel like both genders do that. So,
Isn't that hitting below the belt?
yes.
A lot of the time when we think about men,
Sorry, I was looking at that guy jumping up and down behind him. I'm like, what is he doing? Like, is he stretching? Is he about to go jogging on the strip? Hold on, let me focus.
just, I don't know. You're probably asking the wrong person about this.
Why do women often attack a man's masculinity when they don't get what they want?
I think that's an insecurity.
That's the sign language right there. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. That's the sign language right there, bro.
Thing like, all right, you're not gonna bend to my will, or I'm gonna attack this about you. But I feel like
Yeah.
both genders do that. So,
Isn't that hitting below the belt?
yes.
A lot of the time when we think about men who are masculine, it's just them being, it's like them knowing who they are. And I feel like if you're insecure and you're around, even in friendships, like if you're around someone who's so strong in who they are, like you're definitely going to be threatened by that. And so that's probably why a lot of females
Nah, you're threatened by it if you're not strong in who you are.
attack men for that, I'd say.
Who do you think cares more about masculinity, men or women?
I definitely think it's men, 100%. I do feel like women, there are a lot of women that help them, but I do feel like men, you know, like I said, you know, about social construct and everything, I feel like society is more harder on men, and so that makes
True.
them want to be more masculine or prove to themselves, to other men, that they're more manly. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
honestly think women. I think women are always targeting men, whether it's in a bad way or a good way. We're always like attacking them for anything they do. I feel like in this generation, there's no winning.
So would you say that men are conditioned by other men?
That's kind of true in this generation. There's no winning. Anything you do, someone's gonna have a problem with it.
To act a certain way?
I feel like men are conditioned by society, men and women, to act that way.
I think that goes along with anybody. I think that can be a women thing too. But I think a lot of the time women are expected to be super independent. Women are pushed to go to college and be super, like, not that it's wrong. I think that if you want to do that, go ahead. But there's nothing wrong with wanting to raise a family and stay home. And same thing with the guy. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be the breadwinner of the family. So
Thank you. Like, simple. Each to their own. Though you don't have to shame someone's choice. Like, if a woman comes out nowadays and be like, I don't want to be independent, I want to stay home and raise kids, they call her a pick me and call her all of these names because, oh, you're just saying what the men want to hear, when she's genuinely saying what she wants. But other women attack her for it.
So how do you think we can fix that?
Well, we need to have more conversations.
We're having the most conversations ever in history. Have you seen the podcast section on Apple? Have you seen YouTube? Have you seen SoundCloud? Have you seen what? Spotify? Have you seen this? Bro, this is the most conversations ever been had ever in my lifetime. I must say. I have to say that.
One thing.
I'm even doing a reaction to it.
It needs to be more topics like this. We need to be able to, like, I want to say, mind your own damn business. You know what I'm saying?
Never. If we're having more conversations, that means there's more people talking about their business and other people having opinions on other people's business. So you can't necessarily mind your business if we're going to be having more conversations. That's kind of, it don't work like that.
I'm saying.
Why is our society constantly inflating women's egos to the point of delusional while simultaneously
They're all 10s and 9s and 8. No one even calling themselves a 8 or a 7 anymore. They're all 9s and 10s. They're all perfect.
deflating and demoralizing men's egos to the point of suicidal?
Oh man, I really couldn't. I guess they want women nowadays to be so much more. I say masculine, like, you know, that whole independent woman thing. I get it. You know, men of the past weren't perfect, but neither were women of the past. So what it goes up into is that you have these women that are older now and they want to start families or they want to do other things, and you have this bravado about you, and it's not attractive to a real alpha male or to a real omega male, or it's just not seen as attractive. And then what happens with men that are not in that situation, that are not as pronounced, they end up being suicidal because they can't find a decent woman to fit into what they're looking for, their standards or their qualifications at that. So it's like, all right, none of these women want to rock with me how I need you to rock. Now what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, now what am I supposed to do? Stay by myself, stay in my basement, eat my Cheetos, and play PS5 or Xbox. I saw a statistic saying like 6 in 10 men report being single. That's 60%. And it's only getting higher, bro. It's not decreasing. It's increasing. It's gradually increasing, the number of single men in America, in Western society. I would like to see the numbers for like some countries, like my country, like Jamaica and stuff like that. Because in America, we don't know who they're asking and where these subjects are from and where these people are from. But we can definitely use it as a metric because they have a lot of influence over the world and a lot of people follow, you know, the doctrines and the ideas that are put on these social media sites. So we can know that if 6 in 10 men are reported being single over there, we know that there's a lot of single men out in the world in general. You understand what I'm saying? But why is that? And then why are they having the least sex of any generation ever? Ever in recorded history, the least? And now we have the most promiscuous behavior from women on social media, but we're having the least sex though? Something's not adding up, bro. I need my calculator. Something isn't adding up. But the women are still having sex though, so it just goes to show where they're having sex with like the small percentage of men. But anyway, I love these videos because you see they open up the brain, bro. The conversation. You see what you're saying? We need to have more conversations. We're having the most conversations ever in the history of the world. So I like it still. Let's have more conversations in the comments though. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if you like the red pill cogency, or if you want me to go back to the drill cogency, or if you want me to go blue pill. No, I'll never go blue. I'll never go blue pill, bro. But if you want me to do some other reactions, I just reacted to the Yardie Gangland documentary. Yesterday we were talking about the Yardie gang from how them starting at Jamaica, got New York, got whole heap of places in the US, got Miami, and then got England. And it didn't finish properly. It got cut off. So maybe I need to find a part 2 or something. Or if you know where I can find the part 2, let me know in the comments. So I have that documentary uploaded yesterday. Today, we'll have Toxic Masculinity from the It's Complicated channel. I told you, bro, we're switching it up with the reactions, you know? So, hit the like button, jump into the comments, and subscribe. Subscribe to me. Subscribe at 4.8k. We need 200 subs to hit 5 and make it live. So let's jump out the video.
A little secret safe with me. Oh, little secret. You and me for just one night. So please, baby, let's do it right. Oh, I'm gonna keep it. And I know your lips still tight, but not tighter than the grip that I feel tonight. So from a step in the place, you say, oh, me no text, you say, oh, me no call you. Say me just a go on like me no bother want you. Baby no go on with the one bag of drama. You know, say me nah give me love to another. See it say you vex and you want big fight. Babes are the sex, so me want ignite. Maybe we argue after round 5 and see if you feel the same way inside. If I want you, pre don't bother me, cause stress and pain is a bad habit.